talk to you a little bit about motivation. Really, I could make a lot of videos about it because it's just a very interesting topic and there's a lot to be known about it. But I'm not going to talk more about motivation in this video. Instead, I am going to talk about respecting your boundaries. Oh, I done did it now. Sweet Jesus. Respecting boundaries. How does that have anything to do with weight loss? Bitch, it has everything to do with everything always. And you'd be wise to better understand your own boundaries. Because here's the thing. A lot of the mistakes that I see with weight loss are that people do not respect themselves during the process. You've probably seen it in some of your friends that have tried to lose weight before. They'll say, oh, I'm going to try this fad diet. They try it. Maybe they try it for a year, if you're lucky. And the whole time they're fucking hungry, right? Or they just hate it. Or they're just angry. And then they end up caving and doing things that are more enjoyable and less stressful. And then they shame themselves for not being able to stick to the thing they said they were going to do. Spoiler alert, not everything you have... Oh, look at that. I work at Domino's. Anyway, we'll put that for later. We won't focus on my uniform. What was I saying? The problem is not that it failed and that it didn't work. The problem was that the person who set the goal did not consider the fact that the goal they were setting was not going to fit them. What did I just say? You fucking heard me. The problem was not necessarily failing and sticking to the thing. The problem was not the inability to stick to the thing, which is what that person was thinking. You know, the person was like, oh man, if I stick to being a vegan, that means I'm going to meet my health goals. The only way to meet my health goals are to be vegan. And then that person tried being vegan, and they weren't able to stick to it. It's not a sign of failure to not stick to a goal that you made before you knew that that particular lifestyle wasn't the right fit for you. Hold the fucking phone. What did I just say? Please let this sit in your mind. Most of the things that you try are only there so that you can learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you. You cannot be committed to this very small idea, this very narrow idea of what you think a healthy person is, because there are so many myths about diets out there. There are so many ideas of like healthful exercise. And I gotta tell you something. There are 5 billion different ways to lose weight. Or, there are so many different things you can do to meet whatever goal you have or whatever. You don't have to be committed to just one path to it. And it's disrespectful to yourself. Fuck it, I'll say it. It's disrespectful to yourself to assume that what you had in your mind, this imaginary, this like little belief that, oh man, the only way to be healthy is to be vegan. And then you believed that over your own body. What? You believed this idea you had in your head over what your body was signaling to you. If you try being vegan for a year and the entire time you're hungry, angry, and cranky, and you are having, health problems, being vegan is not the healthiest option for you. Yeah. Some people actually benefit from eating meats and getting those proteins and things like that. Some people actually do need to eat meat to survive. You don't know this about yourself until you experiment with it, though. You cannot be committed to whatever belief you have in your head. You have to try these things as though they are challenges that are only there for you to better understand what your boundaries are. What? I'm sorry. That is so profound. That is like if you take nothing else from the series I'm doing, please for the love of God, like rewatch the video, because so many people fail because they feel like failures, not because they are failures, but because they feel like a failure. And they feel like a failure because they believed something that didn't actually match up with reality. It is okay to try, fucking running for a few months and then be like, wow, I fucking hate this. I don't ever want to run again. It's okay to like try and do something and then it utterly not work out, because what you're doing is you're collecting data, and the data you collect about yourself is by far more important than any method you could ever come up with. And in fact, I would say, like a good scientist, the more information you get about yourself, the more effective your decision making will be the next time you try again. You are going to get in the habit of constantly making mistakes, because that is where the genius is. That is where you get a better idea of who you are. Respecting your boundaries means respecting what your body actually needs and what you need emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, over whatever belief you have about how things should or shouldn't work. Yes, I'm sorry, that was so well said. I'm so proud of me. My God. I'm not going to add more to this one. I think that was a strong enough point. I'll talk to you more in other videos. Peace out, hoes.